So in my last post, I literally talked about the idea and concept and principle about being willing to adapt to environment and circumstances, and how things, life and business, both get challenging. And at times you're not going to know how to handle a certain situation. You're going to be like, okay, well, what can I change and what can I do to make things happen? Well, far too often people figure that out. They figure that out and they're like, well, what could I do? I could be doing this or I could be doing that. But what they do, unfortunately, is far too many of them will draw a line. They'll say what they're not willing to do. Well, I can do this, but this is what I'm not willing to do. I am literally posting a video right here. I was supposed to be already in Sweetwater last night. Actually, our initial plan was to be in Lubbock, which is 6 hours north of Austin. Then this morning we were supposed to wake up and head towards Wyoming. I am literally still, I'm in Cedar Park, which is just North Austin. For those of you who don't know, it is North Austin. We're making the most of the day. We're gonna get some Whataburger, as you see behind me. But I'm in a Whataburger parking lot right here with my trailer and my big 26-foot U-Haul. I mean, we are moving. And I'm like, you know what? It's time to make a new post. It's time to adapt to the situation. It's time to take responsibility for what it is I can do, what it is I'm willing to do, and say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna get this done regardless of when and where and how. You know what I mean? And that's what you gotta do. When you're running your business and you're growing and adapting, you've got to be willing to say, hey, you know what? This is what needs to be done. This is what I can do. And this is what I am willing to do. Don't draw a line to your own limits and say, hey, you know what? I can do this, but I'm not gonna. You know what? This video right here, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. I'm like right out here. I'm at, like I said, I'm in a parking lot. It's not pretty. It's not elegant. It's not classy. But you know what? How many of my videos really are? They're not really. That's not me. That's not my style. I'm not gonna just sit here and try to do everything I can to make the video perfect every single time, because then I'm gonna waste so much time and effort making a perfect video instead of just doing what needs to be done, which is creating good content, quality information, and building others up. Building myself up, building my family up, and building y'all up. That's what we all gotta do. We all gotta put in the effort and be willing to take those steps to get it done. And that's what you got to do. So that's what my message today is. My message today is don't draw a limit. Don't put limits on yourself, because the reality is life is going to. The world is going to. The world, the people around you, circumstance, life, everything is going to put these limits, these boundaries, these things that are, you know what, this is an obstacle that you can't overcome. First of all, the word can't shouldn't be in your vocabulary. Don't allow that word to be in your vocabulary. It is up to you. You choose to allow that word to be in your vocabulary or not. So I tell you right now, draw that line. Don't use the word can't, and just make it happen. Whatever it is, make it happen. You got this. Go win today. We'll worry about tomorrow. Today, win.